Hi, I'm Jackie Hill, Fast Forward Therapies, and before I present this brief video today, I'd like to thank you for taking some time out, some of your valuable time out, and allowing me this opportunity to share with you details of my new book called 97 Mistakes People Unwittingly Make When Trying to Stop Smoking. First of all, I'd like to just tell you that I'm not used to talking to a lens. I'm used to talking as a therapist. I'm used to talking to people face to face. So talking to a camera lens at the moment, it feels very, very strange for me. So I do apologise in advance if you think I'm coming across a little bit strange or not quite right. So I do apologise for that. But first of all, let me explain to you that this book is not just another book telling you how to stop smoking. As a clinical hypnotherapist, psychotherapist and NLP practitioner, I have over the last 10 years or so seen many customers for reasons for stopping smoking. And by the time they get to come and see me, usually they have tried and failed on numerous occasions to quit smoking and been unsuccessful. And I've found, astonishingly so, that almost without doubt, every single one of them, without exception, usually doesn't understand why it is that they're constantly caught up in this cycle. In other words, they haven't really learnt from why they have stopped, why they failed the last time, because they don't understand what it is. And it's not their fault, because quite often, you know, the books or the programs, the CDs, don't really go into depth and explain to you the hidden reasons as to why you might be making the same mistake over and over again, or maybe making other mistakes. Because a lot of these mistakes are hidden, what we do without thinking, they're unknown to us, they're hidden in our subconscious minds. And through dealing with people and working with people and smokers over the years, I've discovered that there's some quite common reasons for this. In fact, I've formulated a list of 97 reasons, or 97 mistakes, hence the title of my book, 97 Mistakes. And I feel really passionate that people should know about these mistakes. I feel really passionate that people should be aware when they start a stop smoking program of any description, that they should be aware of the traps and snares that lay before them, and they should need to be aware of how they can avoid falling in those traps and snares. And hopefully I've kind of included that in my book. It is my first book. It's 97 Mistakes People Unwittingly Make When Trying to Stop Smoking. And it's really designed for people who have tried and failed and tried and failed, caught up maybe, started a stop smoking program one week, and before the week's out or the month's out or the year's out, they're back smoking again. So it's really designed for people to discover what it is that they keep on doing, to making those mistakes that they keep repeating. Let me share with you a little story my husband shared with me the other day. He's a really enthusiastic fisherman. Any spare moment in his life, he's down the local lake fishing. And his friend Bill came up to him the other day and was feeling quite frustrated. What had happened was Bill had been fishing, and he had been watching the fisherman in the next swim that happened to be a national champion, and he noticed that his fishing gear wasn't the best. It was very basic gear, but he kept pulling in fish after fish after fish. And Bill wandered over to this champion to have a chat and to see if he could learn his secret as to why he was so successful. And the champion was very friendly and shared with him lots of techniques and lots of advice, and they spent some good time together talking and chatting, and Bill left feeling very enthusiastic and keen to try out these techniques for himself, which he did. So he cast his rod and again, but still no fish. And he kept looking over to the champion fisherman, and there he was, keep pulling in the fish. And he couldn't understand what it was that he was doing wrong. Several hours later, the champion fisherman came over to Bill and said to him, "It's all in the last 9 inches." And with that he grinned, walked away, packed his stuff and left. This left Bill wondering what on earth he was talking about. And it wasn't until he had a chat with Andy, my husband, that he suddenly realised that it was all about in the last 9 inches, and it was the key factor that he hadn't been told about. The champion had shared everything he knew about fishing. So Bill thought, except the most important part, which was that last 9 inches, which Andy said to him is about how the bait is presented. There are lots of experts out there telling you how to stop smoking. There's books, advice, CDs, smoking programs, you name it, there's hundreds of them. In fact, the stop smoking business is almost as big as the smoking business these days. Rarely do any of them tell you the common mistakes that can trip you up. Very rarely do they forearm you for the adventure ahead in your program of stopping smoking. And this is what I hope I've achieved in this book. This is what I've hoped to achieve in this book with you. I want to share with you those mistakes that I've found that through the work that I've done with people that are smoking, that have come out to see me and were completely unaware of. They're all in this book. And I want to share that with everybody. Not everybody can afford to come out here, see me here at La Plâtrière in France for a week smoking program. So hopefully by putting these in this book, I can spread the news. I can get the news out there, because I passionately believe that if you apply the principles in this book, you will be a long way down the road to stopping smoking. And if there's something in this book, if you do purchase a copy and there's something in this book that you're aware of, please do not hesitate to get in contact with me, because my research continues. I don't profess to know everything, and I'm learning all the time, so that would be great to hear from you too. You know, there's only one way to stop smoking, and that is your way. By exploring the reasons why you struggle, your personal struggle in this area, you will come across the answers. And hopefully this book will guide you in that direction. If you want to purchase a copy, please feel free to fill in the form below, and I look forward to sending you a copy out. Take care, and thank you for listening today. It's been a pleasure producing this video with you. Thank you very much.